To the next video. In today's video I will show you how to integrate in-app purchases like in-app products as well as subscriptions using the Google Play billing library for Android using Flutter. Now this video is only for Android. If you're interested for iOS, like I am not going to spend $99 on this to Apple, but if you already have an Apple subscription and want to partner up with me so that we can help others as well to show how to do in-app purchases for iOS, then do let me know. Like I have you can ping me on Twitter. I have my Twitter handle on my YouTube channel homepage. So yeah, anyways, so first to integrate in-app purchases for your native Android app, for your Flutter app, sorry, what you will have to do first is you will just make a basic app, okay, a Flutter app, and deploy, create a new app on Google Play console and deploy it to internal testing. I have already deployed it. One important thing to remember is that while deploying it to internal testing, you have to add privacy policy inside your app, otherwise your app will get rejected. That's one thing. Second thing is once you deploy it to internal testing, the app should be available within 5 to 10 minutes. And here inside the tester section, if you scroll down, you will be able to get the link for it. You can share it with your tester. But the important thing is, while adding your tester, make sure you create these two groups, like Gmail account with testing access and licensed tester, and inside that you add your testers. Of course you can test it, like if you're a developer, you don't have to continuously deploy your app to internal testing to test out new changes. You can directly install from Android Studio or from your terminal as well, just like how you install your normal Flutter app. But at least for the first time, once you add in-app products, because Google Play console won't let you add in-app products until you deploy your APK inside internal testing. So you at least have to deploy once. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, don't just rely on this video tutorial, go through this documentation as well. So first you can watch this video tutorial so that you can get a gist of what all things are covered. Then going through this documentation will make it a lot easier for you. So that's the second thing. Also there are some open source, if you see over here, or open source projects which Google has created themselves. So if you're interested, you can check that out as well. Now what are digital content? Digital content can be one-time products and subscription. So one-time product can be consumable products like game currency which lives in a game, and non-consumable products are like premium feature or ad-free features. Then subscriptions are like normal free trial, introductory pricing, grace period. Also one more thing, your app should be free if you try to add in-app products and subscription. I'm not sure if paid apps can have in-app purchases. I don't think so, but again, do your own research. It could very well be possible, but here I have made sure that when you are deploying your app and once you are trying to fill all those app name, description, screenshots, all that stuff, Google does ask you whether this is a paid app or free app. Make sure you select free app. So that's one more thing, and I will show you both consumable and non-consumable as well as subscription. So we will see everything, don't worry about that. How to add in-app products? Again, make sure you deploy your app to internal testing, only then you can add in-app products. So if you want to add an in-app product, what you will have to do is click on create product, and here you can enter any product ID. So what I typically do is I will enter my package name, so something like this. Wait, I'll show you. I have already added this product, so you will have to add something like this. You don't have to follow like this, but it's a good practice to add your package name, and here you can add anything. Okay, so this is my package name, all right. Then I can add something like counter, whatever, and suppose I add counter level. Now I can add something, so give it a name, counter, and this product ID will help us to determine what all products are present inside our Google Play console. So here I can add a counter, something like this. Now this will be a consumable item. Again, like in Google Play console, you can't differentiate between a consumable and non-consumable item. We will differentiate it via code. Like the only differentiation between consumable and non-consumable via in code is like how you consume those products, like how do you acknowledge those products once the user has purchased that item, which I will show you in a bit. Now here you can set a price, I don't know, 222, and here you can then apply prices. Okay, then you will have to click on save. Then make sure you click on this activate button as well. Now I have already added one counter, so I'm not going to add one more counter. I will just delete this. Okay, so similarly you can add a non-consumable product as well. So this is a non-consumable product, this is a consumable product. Again, the differentiation will be done only via code, not via Google Play Console. Now you here go to subscription, you can add subscription similar way. So just enter a product ID. So I have entered this product ID for my subscription. Again, it can be anything, just make sure you remember your product ID, because that's what we will be needing in our code. Now once you add your Google like all this in-app products and subscription, you will also have a backend server, right, for a real app. Don't try to hardcode this product ID inside your backend server. What we will do is that we will fetch all these product details from our Google Play Console, and once we get all these details, then we will then you can do a kind of a post request and send this data to your backend server. Because if you try to manually hard code it inside a backend server, then there could be a chance that suppose tomorrow you change the price of a particular item, you might very well forget to change it inside on your backend server. So that is a bad approach. So that's one thing, you will get detail of all the product details of this like subscription and in-app products from this Google Play Console itself, which I will show you in a while. And also the thing, once the user purchase your particular in-app products or subscription, that details also the user that details also you will get, which you can again post back to your backend server. So I will just show you a quick demo. So here you can see I am actually fetching this data from Google Play Console. I have not hard coded this data, and here I have taken a list view.builder, and inside that I am just displaying the name of our item, but name of our product, but there are some other details as well. So first one is subscription. So if I click on subscription, here you can see that it opens the subscription dialog, and this is a test card, not real money involved, because this is internal testing, right? So if I will subscribe to this, so yeah, this is Google Play Points, not now. Okay, so here you can see I was able to successfully subscribe to that subscription. Now suppose the user can cancel the subscription as well. Okay, so if I click on the subscription again, here you can see you have already subscribed. I will click on manage subscription. I will click on over here. I will cancel the subscription. Decline to answer, continue, cancel subscription. Okay, subscription has been cancelled. Now if I try to click on subscription again, here you can see the user can buy the subscription again. Now once the user cancel a subscription, it is impossible to get that acknowledgement of whether the user has cancelled a subscription or not on your native Android server or on your Flutter side. Like on your app, you can't get that callback. For that you will have to use this. So go back to the documentation again, server backend integration. You will go back to over here, real-time developer notification. Only your server can get this notification. You can't get it via your app. So I won't be showing you this again. If you're interested, do let me know in the comments, and if there is a lot of interest in that, then I will do something like this. For now I'm not doing this, otherwise this tutorial will be 2 hours long. So okay, that's done. Good. So I have already shown you for subscription. Now counter and timer. So counter is a consumable product, timer is a non-consumable product. So the user can't once they have paid the fee, they can't get a refund. They can only get a refund if you have not acknowledged their purchase. So if you have not acknowledged their purchase, I will show you what acknowledgement is. So I will just click on counter for now, and here you can see I can just buy this. So I have payment is successful. Okay, I'm just I'm just showing a toast message. This is part of my debugging. Okay, don't worry about this. And this is for timer as well. I will click on buy, and that is successful as well. If I click on timer again, here you can see you already own this item and you can't cancel it. Okay, so that's one thing. So yeah, let's get started with the code. So first what I have done is that again just normal, like create a Flutter project. Next over here, one thing which I want to tell you before I forget is, make sure you go to Android build app build.gradle, and here make sure you are using Kotlin version 1.8.20. because that Google Play billing library requires at least this version. Next you will have to go to this build.gradle, and here I have added this implementation of billing KTX as well as this lifecycle runtime. So this will handle all our in-app purchases, everything, getting the data from Play Console as well as purchasing stuff, and this is for coroutine support. Next, if you go to main.dart, here you can see I have just refactored the homepage widget. So inside homepage widget I have created a method channel. So there will be two methods in our method channel, one for getting all the product details and one for whenever user clicks on a particular item and tries to purchase that particular item. So here I have taken a list as well, so that we will get all the titles which are present inside our Google Play Console. And here I have created an event channel for this. So inside this, I will just remove this. Inside this event channel we are continuously listening to what all products are present inside our Google Play Console. So once you get this over here, here you can see I'm just setting it to our array, and so the data which you will get will be in form of string. So what I'm doing is that on native Android side, I'm attaching all the titles to a list, then I'm converting it to a string to send it to Flutter side, and here I'm just doing some cleaning of that particular string to convert it back to a list. So once that is done, here you can see I'm just calling get all products, and I am invoking the get products method. So this will help you fetch all in-app products as well as subscription. So the one which you were seeing over here, so this, it will fetch all this stuff. So there are more details to like in-app products as well, but just for simplicity reason I am displaying those titles. I will show you what all different parameters are there in the in-app products. That's why I was telling you not to hard code it inside your backend, because some of the details like subscription offer token, purchase token, those are not directly visible in Google Play Console. So how will you hard code those? And in dispose I'm just cancelling the subscription, and here you can see I'm just taking a column. Inside that I'm just taking a list view builder, and I've just taken a list style, and once you tap on any of the item, I'm invoking another method called launch billing flow, and here I'm just passing the name of the item which was tapped to back to the native Android side, and this is the text for it. And here you can see I'm just displaying that particular item, and item count is my strings.length. Here is a sample of how a product looks like. So the title is subscription, and I am just passing the name, okay, but this all details I am just saving. I am saving on the native Android side in form of a list, like a product form list, and you will get a title, subscription, product type, description which you have added, or of course the product ID, then one time offer details, subscription details, okay, all this stuff. Now we will come back to native Android side. So here as you can see I have added a billing client state listener. First thing, this is our event channel which will help us to send data to Flutter side. I have called this an attach event as well, and this you have to add whatever you have added product ID on Google Play Console. Don't copy paste this from my tutorial. This will not work on your side. So whatever you have added, so if you don't remember, just go to subscription. This is your product ID. For in-app products you can just select any of the products, so I'll just select it, and this should be your product ID. So add this, and I have one consumable, one non-consumable, and one subscription. This is our billing client. This will help us to store the list of mutable product details. This is the title list which we will send it back to the Flutter side in a form of a string. Then I am calling this configure Flutter engine. This is a purchase update listener. I won't we will come back to this later. This is once called once a user has successfully purchased a product. Here I am calling event channel. Again, basic stuff, like I am just registering our event so that I can send this data back to the Flutter side. Then here we are first initializing our billing client, okay, and it, as you can see, it takes a purchase updated listener which we have defined over here. Next, there is this method channel which we have created. Same, make sure you use the same name which you have defined it on the Flutter side, and it has two methods, sorry, get products and launch billing. And in get products we call this billing client dot start connection of this. As soon as you call this either of these two method is called. So if suppose there is some network error, then this method is called, and again I'm trying to call billing client dot start connection, and if there is no network error, everything is proper, then this method is called. And here you can see if everything is proper, then we are calling two methods, query products and query purchase. So first, the query products method, this will help us to fetch all the product details which are present inside your Google Play console. So here you can see inside query products I am calling, so this is subscription ID, that's why I'm using subs. For consumable, non-consumable, you can use in-app. If you have lot of products, you can use a for loop as well, but I have just called this one by one. And if you see query products, we are first need to build a query product detail params, like this is boilerplate code, and from that we will get this product detail result. Again, this is boilerplate code. Once we get everything is okay, then I'm checking whether the product details is not empty. If it is not empty, then I am just adding it to our mutable list of product details. I'm also adding the names, like the name to our title list, and here you can see I'm sending it back to the Flutter side in a form of string. So if you remember, inside over here we get the data, over here we get the data inside in event, and we are connecting, like converting again it in a form of a string on the Flutter side. And if there is error, I am just displaying toast message, but there are better ways to handle it. You can do this on your own. Same for this as well. Also, I want to show you, I have created this extension function, so just create one more file, so billing client extension, and this is how you handle any kind of error that if there are any in billing client. Like here you can return a more better string, like I am just returning billing unavailable, network error. But yeah, whatever makes sense to you, that kind of an error message you can return. Now there is this something called query purchase. Now why this is used? Because suppose a user has purchased a product, like a subscription or a in-app purchase, whatever in-app products, and as soon as he purchased a product, his network went off or something bad happened, then you are not able to acknowledge the product. If user has purchased a product and you are not acknowledging the product within 2 to 3 days, like you can check the documentation for what exactly is the time, then that amount will be refunded to the user if you are not acknowledging that product. That's why acknowledging the product is very easy. So as soon as we try to get the product, I'm also checking if there is any unacknowledged product or not. So here you can see I'm querying the purchases, so I'm calling the subs and in-app again. And if you see over here, if the billing client is not ready, I'm just returning a toast message. Then I'm calling this query purchase params, and if everything is okay, I'm looping over these purchases. And here you can see, I will show you how a purchase looks like. So this is how a purchase looks like. You will have a purchase token, you will have a purchase state, you will have whether it was acknowledged or not, you will have the signature, have the account identifier. There is important thing is you will have this purchase JSON as well, and this purchase JSON will contain your product ID. Okay, so with the help of this, I'm getting the product ID to decide whether it is a consumable product or whether it is a non-consumable or subscription product. And if you remember, I have told you the way we acknowledge a consumable product is different to way we acknowledge a non-consumable or subscription product. You also get this product ID from this purchase product, but this is kind of like a list and it didn't make any sense to me, but maybe it is for if you're trying to purchase multiple products. Like I didn't even get why it is a list, because there could be only one consumable product, like maybe I don't know. So that's what I'm doing over here. I'm just calling this original JSON, getting the product ID, and if it is a consumable counter ID, then call handle purchase. If not, call acknowledge purchase. Okay, okay, let me see one more thing. Yeah, there are few things which I forgot to tell you. So in query products, once you get all the details, make sure you make a backend API where you like fill all these details on your backend side as well. Okay, sync it with your server. So this all product details. So if you remember, the product details look something like this. Also, if the purchase was cancelled by user, like I have already told you, you can't really detect this inside your app. You will have to go over here. So you will have to implement this real-time developer notification. Okay, so subscription notification, all that stuff. And I think Okay, so here you can see I'm calling handle purchase or acknowledge purchase. Now let's go to I'll just minimize this. Now here inside handle purchase also there is one more thing. So I'm first checking whether the item was purchased or not. If yes, then I'm checking whether the purchase was acknowledged or not. If it is already acknowledged, then do nothing. Okay, if it is not acknowledged, then first check with your backend server whether this purchase token already exists or not. Each purchase will have a unique purchase token. If there is a duplicate purchase token, then that means some hacker is trying to steal your stuff. So if this purchase token like this purchase token already exists in your database, don't proceed with this. Again, I don't have a backend, that's why I have not done this. But if it is a unique purchase token, then you can proceed with this, like do this, then you have to call this consumer sync, and once that is done, okay, once this is done, okay, then okay, the purchase has been acknowledged. So this is for consumable. Similarly for non-consumable or a subscription, so this is how you handle for non-consumable and subscription. Again, check whether it has already been acknowledged or not. If not, then first you will have to check this purchase token is present in your backend server or not. If yes, then do not proceed with this. If not, then only proceed with this. We'll say okay, and once it is acknowledged, which you will come over here, then you can just add this purchase token to your database as well, to your backend server. Similarly over here as well, which I forgot to tell you, once you successfully purchased, then you can put this purchase token inside your backend server as well, so that you can keep a list of all the purchase tokens which are available. And there is one more thing called query user history. Like I have just I'm just showing you, I'm not really using this inside our app. Like I didn't find it that useful, but maybe you want to display a list of all the items which the user has already purchased. Now this will contain all the items which has been purchased. They can be cancelled later on or expired later on. It will contain this, but here you will not get real-time notification of whether the purchase was cancelled or subscription was cancelled or not. So don't try to use this. Use that backend API of real-time notification which I have shown you. Okay, so this is how it is. Like I won't explain you. And here you will get all the product details which has already been purchased. And in on destroy, we are ending the connection as well. Now coming back to this launch billing flow. Okay, so if you remember, there is one more method inside our method channel, right? This launch billing flow. So what I am doing is that as soon as you send user clicks on a particular item, we are sending that particular item from Flutter to native side. So I'm getting the ID, and from that ID I'm finding which product detail from our product detail list, which item the user has clicked on. And if I'm able to find the ID, I'm calling the launch billing flow. Okay, so here you can see now if the product ID is of subscription ID, then you have to pass this set offer token as well. If it is consumable or non-consumer like an in-app product, then you don't have to pass this offer token. So here you can see, otherwise the code remains the same. And here we generate this billing flow params, and if the billing client is not ready, again I am displaying a toast message. Otherwise we call this launch billing flow. And as soon as this okay is done, that means the user has purchased the product, but you still have not acknowledged the product. Okay, you need to acknowledge the product. So once it is okay, you will get a callback. So where is the callback? So this thing, where did it go? So this thing, purchase updated listener. Okay, so here it will come, everything the user has purchased, everything is okay. Now here you can see I'm just looping over all the purchases which the user has purchased. Again I'm doing the same thing. If you remember, this is our purchased thing, right? And this will be our JSON. From that I want this product ID. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting the product ID, then I'm checking whether consumable or non-consumable and subscription, and according to that I have already shown you this method, handle purchase and acknowledgement purchase. Yeah, that's it, I think. Let me just check if I have shown you all the to-dos or not. Yeah, here you have to sync with your server. I have told you the cancellation part as well. I have told you whether the purchase token stuff as well. Save it to your backend also I have told you with your backend. Yeah, yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah, if you do have any questions, do let me know in the comments. I will try my best to answer it. Also, if you want an iOS tutorial, and if any of you already have an Apple Store developer account, and if you want to partner up so that we can help the entire community, do let me know. I will more than happy to partner up, but of course I will put it as a YouTube video. I won't just help you, I want to help the entire community. And do most important thing, go through that documentation again. Just don't just rely on this particular video tutorial. I think once you go through this video, then if you try to read this documentation, it will make a lot more sense to you. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.